Yo, I'm alive. Give me a sec though. How do you stream again? Shit. How does streaming work again? Uh, I actually tried making IG live work, but it's not working so far. How do you do it? How do you do it? Hold on, let me check. IG live ATEM. Let me check if everything's good though. YouTube is fine. Which is good. Um, Instagram is not working. How do you
Instagram
this
has
real
rolled
quick?
out their live producer. Testing Instagram live to copy the stream key, and I'm actually using OBS Studio, which is the program that I usually use. And I haven't turned my
Yes.
camera on, so let me just to introduce. I'm going to come to the ATEM vertical plugin options, the settings here, vertical output, and I can go OK. Now
What?
I can give this a name. I can paste the server information, and I can paste the key in there as well, and I can go OK. Now when I'm ready to go live, I can hit this button down here, which is stream all vertical outputs. I go back to Instagram.
Wait, what?
I go back
It
to
is
Instagram,
live.
and hopefully you'll see my preview over here
Nope.
eventually.
Nope.
Okay, the other thing that's probably worthwhile doing is actually muting your tab here, because otherwise you will hit yourself back.
Nope. It not working. It not working. Hold up, hold up, hold up. How do I even know if I'm going live on Instagram? I have never actually seen Instagram live streams. So I don't know how it works, honestly. Public. I am gonna in a bruv. Gonna restart Instagram stream, I guess. Vertical canvas. Output settings. Lucky book. Theme key. If output advanced settings would be vertical encoder. Shouldn't it be the same as my fucking okay. Now try. Is it gonna work? The next streaming software to go live. It's still not really. I need to solve this, dude. Oh, it is working now. Cool. Nice. I can go live. Alright. I don't suppose I need the fucking... Nice. I can go live. You, stop talking. Okay, so everything works, cool. All is well, all is nice. I figured out how streaming works apparently. Oh, camera's blocking. Where do I move? I can probably do... Flip my cam. Do here. I don't block all the shit. Alright, just real quick though. I've been really freaking sick the past couple of weeks. It all started with a migraine. A really bad migraine that lasted about 2 days. Like one day of pain, like one day of dizzy nausea, and just like the after effects kind of lasted another day. Pretty fucking bad. Then I got a really bad flu. Actually, no. Before the flu, I got a really bad skin infection. The skin infection flare up is, as per usual, anyone with eczema would tell you, it's random, it happens. So you get the eczema flare up. That typically comes with a fever, of course, because your skin gets infected. Bacteria, everything, whatever the fuck, you're gonna get a fever. So I got a fever that lasted 3-4 days. After all that, because of the fever, it was raining pretty fucking heavily as well. I think in most of Southeast Asia you can see floods happening everywhere, so it was pretty bad. Shit sucks. It is what it is. Hope all the countries that are affected are doing better now, and condolences to all the people who lost someone who is affected by it. But got the flu. It is pretty fucking bad. And after I almost recovered from the flu, that took a couple of days as well, I lost my voice. As you can still hear, like it's kind of a little bit hoarse still, but for the most part it's kind of back, hopefully. So I lost my voice almost an entire week. I couldn't speak, I couldn't do much. There wasn't even a sore throat. I didn't have a sore throat. I just lost my voice entirely. And that came back. And during the flu, I sort of figured out that because of my sciatica, which sciatica is like a nerve, pinched nerve on your back kind of thing, my lower back. And there's usually a constant stream of pain running down my leg. It is very shitty. So apparently, if you sneeze a little bit too much, sciatica kind of just causes your entire back to just feel like a burning sensation. Again, it sucks, but it is what it is. It's pain. Pain isn't something that I can't deal with. I'm okay with that. But just the reason I didn't stream for these 2 weeks is just a mix of not having a fucking voice. Like my voice was gone. You can still hear it. It's still kind of gone. It's back 75%, 80% back. Still shortness of breath because of the flu. Fever is mostly gone. Flu is mostly gone. Voice is mostly back. My sciatica is it is what it is. You can't really do anything about that unless you go for a surgery, which I don't really want to do. I'ma be real. It is what it is. I'm good now. Gonna slowly get back into the hang of things. I am definitely gonna be streaming the Game Awards, which is happening next week, I think. I'm gonna check real quick though. Game Awards. Let me make sure everything is good though. Game Awards is December 11th, so today is it is next week. So about next week, I think shit. Okay, I gotta wake up at 6 a.m. Provided I don't sleep. I mean, provided I sleep. I gotta wake up at 6 a.m. for that shit. So that's definitely want to be streaming the Game Awards. I'll slowly get back into the hang of things. I want to finish Metaphor ASAP and get to other games. What I wanted to do originally for the entire December was go through Final Fantasy 1 to 5 because I have never played those games. I've never actually played retro Final Fantasy, and that was the plan. But then I got sick. So plans kind of changed a little bit. I might still do it. I don't know. But we'll ease back into it, of course. Hopefully I want to stream Metaphor starting tomorrow. Kind of just want to finish the game and get that out of the way. Today will be more chill. Mostly just gonna do like these tier lists and like Spotify recaps and everything. Just to get back into the hang of things, you know? Will kind of make me feel a little bit more acclimated to streaming again, to talking to a brick wall, I guess. Because once you get out of it, it is really difficult to hop back in. Like when you look at OBS, you're staring at OBS. You kind of get like a weird anxiety kind of feeling when you want to press go live, and then it's a whole thing. It's a whole issue. I'm not gonna get into that. And speaking as well, because I haven't spoken to anyone in about 2 weeks because I've been sick. I've only spoken to my family for the most part. And also not having a voice for the past week sucks ass, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's pretty much been up with my life. A lot of this as well. Been playing a lot of this, which is it's definitely a thing. So you know, I think it's pretty fun. It does, parts of it does trigger my motion sickness, so I gotta be really careful about how I approach it. If it's like purely open area or just boss fights, it's fine, but usually there's quests or puzzles that require you to just walk around confined spaces and just tilt your camera around all over the place, and that usually fucks me up, unfortunately. But for the most part, if I just ignore all that, it is usually fine. But yeah, I think the game so far has been great. From what one of my friends told me, it is a wuxia game that's not exactly too different from other games in this similar style that he's played. But of course, this is free, and it has a lot more things. It is a lot more of a complete package, I would say. The one gripe I have with it is they just don't teach you shit. Every single system, they'll just give you like a really basic ass tutorial and you just gotta go through it. Even upgrading weapons and all that, right? Getting the proper gear and everything, they don't teach you what to do. You just do it. You gotta look up guides. That's pretty much it. But beyond that, the story takes a while to get going, but I think it does when it does get going, it's really fucking good. especially the climax of the first act. I'm still currently at Kaifeng, and I didn't finish the story yet, so I don't really know. The other event stories are pretty eh. It's like a almost like a reunion kind of deal. I don't know. There's some side quests that are really interesting. Like I just did the Wraith village thing, and that's what fucked me up. Triggered my motion sickness and everything, because you just gotta go into different houses in the village and discover shit. And that kind of it procced my motion sickness, I guess. It procced my debuff. What can I do? What is I've heard a lot of people say things about wuxia. What is wuxia? Wuxia is basically how do I describe it? Wuxia wuxia is kung fu and a hero. That is pretty much it. The Wu stands for kung fu, and the Xia stands for hero. It's wuxia. There's a few different genres when it comes to Chinese fiction, and I think it is mostly stemming from I would split it into two. One is wuxia, which is like typical, all enveloping all categories. I think as long as it has martial arts and it has a hero, it is a wuxia. And whether or not it is cultivation or xiuxian, chengxian, xiuxian, whatever, whether it's cultivation or not is heavily dependent on the existence of a system, I guess. Xiuxian is basically to become immortal, I guess. That's what it means. You gotta have a system, and for whatever reason, you kind of gotta defy the heavens at some point. To like break through, you gotta get like struck by lightning or something like that. I don't really get it. But as long as you see those systems, it is cultivation. My friend actually told me that Journey to the West, Sun Wukong, is a cultivation story. I don't know. I thought for the longest time that it's just a wuxia kind of thing, because you would think that Sun Wukong, he starts off pretty fucking OP, right? But apparently, my friend just told me that demons are the lowest form of cultivation, in the sense that a demon's final goal is to become immortal. So you're basically starting off at the lowest tier and you're trying to get to the highest tier, which that's what cultivation actually means. I pretty much got my mind blown, I guess. It is what it is. So that's pretty much wuxia. Just martial arts and a hero. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, a wuxia movie. Hell, Shang-Chi, wuxia. It's the same thing. Anything that involves martial arts and a hero it's wuxia. But yeah, I've been playing this game. Not really much else, actually. I've just been watching a lot of YouTube and trying to work on my audio stuff, because it's picking up. Freelance audio mixing. This is usually the peak season, I guess, the holiday season. It's like between Thanksgiving and January. January is gonna be dry as hell. But right now, I would say like 10 times the potential clients, but also 10 times the amount of people who are just gonna bullshit their way through and not give me anything of substance. 10 times the potential amount of clients, but 10 times the amount of potential non-clients, if you get what I mean. That's just business though. That's freelancing. But yeah, what was I gonna do? I guess we can start with this, right? This is an anime tier list, which let me drink some water real quick too. My voice. I legit have not spoken this much in weeks. Literally the last time I streamed, I have not spoken this much. But this is an anime genre tier list. I got the idea from Giguk, of course. Just watching a little bit of his stream. I didn't watch all of it, so we're gonna just rank these. Pretty easy deal, right? So I'm gonna definitely have some takes that are gonna offend some people, cause you know, anime fans, it do be what it do be. But let's get it started. Am I okay with this? Should I change the ranking and make it more obvious, or is this? I think this is fine. Oh, does he change it? I think it's fine, huh? I think it's good. Alright, let's start it off. Anime tier list. Anime genre tier list. I think this is probably, like, this is the only one I could find. He's using the same one. Some of these categories make no damn sense. What can I do? I don't want to make my own. I'm just gonna use it and wing it, I guess. Alright. First one on the list. Game. So, assuming game. I'm trying to look for I'm looking at the other categories. So I'm assuming game would be something like SAO or a dot hack, because you're just like tapping into the virtual reality kind of world. There's not really anything else that makes sense. Unless they mean stuff like Squid Game, which is what Garnt interpreted it as. I don't think so. If you... I would say that's more horror than anything, right? So game... I'm personally not a fan of SAO at all. It's been that way since the first season. I liked the first half of the first season, but as soon as it became more harem, I kinda just fell off. It's not my kind of thing. So I won't give it a D. I think D is just stuff that I purely would absolutely not touch under any circumstances. Harem, I feel like it's the same thing. These are more for teenagers with a lot of hormones. So as I get older, my taste just sort of changed. Though for the most part, I've kind of always felt the same about these kinds of things. I don't think my anime taste has changed that much. Even from a young age, I don't think I enjoyed too many shonen animes, because I feel like once you've seen one, you've kind of seen everything. It's pretty much the same kind of plot rehashed. And that's the first hot take that's gonna offend a lot of people. So we're here anyway. I'm gonna put shonen at B. I don't think it is as bad as these other two. Harem is... What do you call that shit? Fan service. Harem is fan service. Yeah. Shonen is just action, right? Is there action here? So shonen and action, I would rank action higher, because I think action could be good. Ah, fuck. Do I say this take? I have a really... I'm ranking these not just based on anime, okay? I'm ranking these based on manhwa, based on manga. Manga and manhwa. Both the manhwas, the HUAs and the HWAs. I'm ranking it based on manhwas, mangas, and anime. I read more manhwa and manga than I do watch anime nowadays because just don't really have the time to sit down and watch a lot of animes. I'm gonna be real. So I'm ranking it based on that. For a lot of action animes, the scenes are fun as long as the scenes are nice. I'm not gonna skip it, but in terms of a lot of manhwa stuff, I find myself just scrolling through it, the action scenes, because I'm gonna be real, I just want to get to the plot. I just want to see what happens next. And usually action scenes, especially for shonen stuff, you know who's gonna win. Even if the bad guy wins, there's really not much consequences. I think nowadays a lot of animes, a lot of series, a lot of manhwas, they don't really kill off important characters. It's not like a One Piece where Ace just, you know, that rarely happens nowadays. It's not like a Naruto where the Byakugan dude, I don't remember his name. I don't watch Naruto, I'm sorry. You Naruto fans, I don't know. It doesn't happen as much nowadays anymore. But then again, we don't really have a lot of series that go that long. So, not a lot of emotional impact, I guess. You can look at something like Solo Leveling and some characters die. The old man dies, but in the anime, I don't think they gave you a lot of reason to give a shit. Anyone in that series can die, and it just wouldn't matter because Sung Jin Woo is just still gonna be aura farming while that other character dies. So, not my thing. If it's action mixed with other genres, and I'm gonna go into specifics later on, that is fine. But for pure action scenes, I'm not super interested in it unless the animation is really good. But even if the animation is good, it's not enough to just draw me in. I would put it at A because I like other genres mixed with action instead of just it being pure action. I don't like watching stuff that's just... One comparison I can make is watching a John Wick movie. The John Wick movie is very cool. The action scenes are very cool. But once you've seen one of them, I guess that's... I just want something new at that point. So, hentai. Well, I'm gonna put it at A. No, actually, a lot of hentai are bad these days, dude. There's so much bad hentai nowadays. But the good ones are really good. If we're looking at the hentai as a whole, phrasing. If we're looking at hentai in general, throughout the years, it is gonna be S tier. If we're looking at hentai nowadays, it is a disgrace. Now, especially one specific company that just... they might as well be using GIFs. Who fucking needs an entire animated scene? Might as well be using GIFs. But if we're talking about hentai throughout the ages, throughout the history of Japanese animation, I guess it would be an S. For sure. Why? you rank porn at S? Dude, hear me out. I don't know what I'm gonna say. Fuck. How do I defend myself? That doesn't mean you're... Fuck, dude. My brain is not working. If you watch porn, that's fine. Every fucking person watches porn. But sometimes You can't do shit in porn that certain fantasies in your head. Let me fucking rephrase that. I haven't streamed for a bit. My brain just doesn't work. It's all jumbled up right now. So you can watch porn. You can watch real flesh people doing the thing. But sometimes you just want to fantasize about shit. And a lot of that can happen in a fictional animated world as opposed to real life where it just doesn't fucking happen, you know? So it is an alternative. I'm not saying all hentai is good. There's certain subgenres that I would fucking hell no. But it is what it is. If we're looking at it as a whole, I think it is definitely up there. If we're looking at it nowadays, this just ain't it. No. Historical. Are we talking accurate historical or just historical setting as in like old timey kind of like Violet Evergarden, kind of like Vinland Saga? If we're talking about that, then I would say it is A. I do like historical settings, but then again, it is very hard to tell the difference between historical settings and fantasy settings. Historical settings is basically fantasy settings without elves. Without the elves, without the orcs, without the goblins, without the cat girls. Still good. More realism, of course. I don't mind it. So, one of my favorites is Vinland Saga, season 1 at least. Season 2, nah. Horror. What horror anime do I like? I don't think there's a lot. If we're thinking about horror, I think it's usually the death games kind of situations, right? Stuff like Another. Another's not really a death game thing though. Another is just people dying. Then Osama game, but Osama game fucking sucked. The only thing that was good about Osama game was the opening song that was made by Cold Rain because they're fucking awesome. But for the most part, horror, not a lot of good ones. Pure horror. If we're talking about supernatural shit and not just thriller stuff, right? Is there thriller here? There's thriller. So horror, I'm just gonna put it at D. There's not really a lot of good ones. Unfortunate, but it is the truth. I can't really think of any good horror manhwas or anime. I'm gonna just put this straight at D. I do not like animes where the focal point is on kids. Not even just lolly stuff. I fucking hate lolly stuff. Like absolute. I hate it with an absolute passion. But even stuff that's just like. If I was younger, maybe I'd get it. Because one of my favorites is the original Dragon Ball when Goku was a kid. And even Naruto when he was younger. Before Shippuden. I like those two. But as I grew up, it kind of felt different. And I just couldn't really relate as much to it anymore. So, you know. But with animes and manhwa, with the focal points, especially stuff that has regression, right? Certain main characters regressing in age, or dying and not even reincarnating. They die and they time travel back, and it's like, 20 years into the past and they're a kid, and you gotta just go through the whole arc where they grow up and they get to revisit their parents who are dead and stuff like that. I don't really like it. My thing. I have an issue with it. Some people may think it's cute. That's completely fine. Maybe it's because I don't have kids. I don't fucking know. Not my thing. But all right. Let's fill up another S. Josei, I am gonna put it on S. But let me make sure of something real quick. I have to Google this just to be sure. What is Josei as a whole? Because if I look at Josei, I would think it is just female main characters, right? But that could also mean shoujo. Shoujo and Josei, I kind of think it's the same thing. I don't know why. But apparently Josei is adult women and shoujo is more younger women. Kind of think it's the same thing. Cause it all involves romance anyway. So yeah, Josei, like the examples they give is Chihaya Furu, Kids on the Slope. I like Chihaya Furu though. Well, Paradise Kiss, Usagi Drop. That makes sense. But for me, Josei is one of the top ranking genres because I mean, I mentioned this. I grew up watching a lot of shonen stuff. That's what happens when young dudes, young males in secondary school over here in Malaysia, and I'm pretty sure a lot of different parts of Asia as well is gonna tell you the same thing. If you're into anime, you're gonna be getting into anime by watching, I guess, Pokemon, Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach. Every one of those is shonen. But as I got older, I kind of feel like I wanted something different. And in terms of different perspectives, I think Josei anime or manhwa kind of gives... It's just different, right? It's just different. I think if it involves Josei, not the typical romance kind of thing. I don't like the stuff where it's like, oh, I got the... I'm gonna get married to a duke. Turns out I'm the long lost daughter of a Dutch. I'm the Duchess of a whatever the fuck. I don't like reverse harems as well. Freaking hate those. But 80% of Josei has those. Unfortunately. The Josei that I like is completely different. I don't mind. Oh yeah, villainesses as well. I fucking hate those. I was reborn as a villainess in my favorite novel. Though you could say shoujo's the same thing, right? It is... Ah, shit, man. I'm scatterbrained, so I would link these two together because whenever I'm searching on manhwa sites, it is basically the same thing. Sometimes shoujo manhwa feels more adult than josei. Josei, if you sort through a lot of josei stuff, you're gonna just see so many of those romance, reverse harem kind of deal, right? Shoujo is pretty much the same thing. I like those that are adult themed in a way that's not heavily focused on romance. It is very rare to find stuff like that, but once you do, it is damn good. One example I can give is Apothecary Diaries, I guess. Apothecary Diaries is like a hidden gem. I don't know if Frieren counts. Frieren might count as a josei or a shoujo, so pretty fucking good. If you guys... Oh man, manhwa recommendations? One of the best that I've read was one called Unholy Blood or White Blood. Unholy Blood or White Blood, because you know manhwas have different names when they're translated. So it's a vampire thing. Part part romancy, very actiony, very adult, but it is very fucking good. I'm trying to think of another one, but I can't off the top of my head right now. But josei or shoujo stuff just gives you a different perspective. I like seeing main characters that aren't dopey, airheaded motherfuckers who can't think. But at the same time, it is very hard to sort through a lot of the reverse harem situations. So it is a gold mine, but a lot of the, how do I even say this? You gotta dig through a lot of shit to get to the gold. That's pretty much it with these. But I would say the gold is definitely gold. Magic. Magic. I am reading one called Infinite Mage. Or Infinity Mage. Infinite Mage. And I really like it. So, for the most part, this is fine. Anything that's fantasy is gonna have magic anyway, right? Anything is just mage. Mage stuff. And I think it's relatively normal. It's almost in everything. Martial arts? we're fucking going wuxia again. God damn. Martial arts manga is very rare. Martial arts manga, manhwa, anime, unless you're looking at cultivation stuff. It's very rare. I think most manhwas, most animes are they're just using weapons. How often do you see one that's like close quarter combat style? If there is, I would rank it in S. Like martial arts doesn't necessarily need to be hand-to-hand combat, but if it exists, I sign me up, bro. But for the most part, I don't think I like. I'm not a fan of cultivation. Just not my thing. It is the hottest thing in China right now, though. Cultivation style animes. If you look at those cultivation style donghwas, if you look at those 3D style animated kind of things, it's just like when I was younger, sitting in the living room with my grandma watching TVB, watching Cantonese like mythical dramas and everything. Good way to pass the time, but it's not exactly something I would watch. Cultivation style, but there's no cultivation here. Martial arts. Kinda the same thing, but if they're just talking about martial arts, I would like it. If I could find one that's good. Mecha is not for me. I don't like Gundam, I'ma be real. I like Evangelion, but I don't really watch it for the mecha. I think if you like Evangelion, it's not necessarily because you like it for the mecha. It's because you're a masochist and you enjoy being tortured and you like having your brain fucked. Fun times. Military. Military. I cannot think of a military Villain Saga again. But military as a theme, there's a lot of knight stuff, I guess, if it involves like historical stuff. If they're in charge of an army or an army against demons or stuff like that, I don't necessarily think it's military though. Those are usually just a party of heroes and everything. So military, I'm indifferent to it. I don't see it happening too often. Even if it's a knight kind of a knight-centered anime manhwa. It's not necessarily about military. Military is just mostly a background kind of deal, so not the focal point. Unless it's Vinland Saga. I do like Vinland Saga, but military as a whole? Nah. Music anime. I'm gonna rank it pretty high, I would say. Off the top of my head, in secondary school, one of the first animes that I ever got into was Angel Beats. And although music is a very small part in that anime, I think me and my friends, we kind of bonded over the music a lot. The Girls That Monster, like the fictional band in the show, it was also Lisa's first anime, as far as I remember, before she made it big. And then came a tiny little show called K-On! And that's a little backstory about me. In secondary school, I was learning how to play the guitar and starting to write my own songs and everything, because, you know, it is like when you're a teenager, you kind of do stuff like that. Learning how to draw, learning how to write my own shit, learning how to just play the guitar well, play the piano and everything. I watched K-On! And I'm like, shit. If they can write something like this, and their lyrics are absolute shit, then I can definitely do better. not the not how should I even say this? Not exactly. Damn, what are you? Fuck! I haven't streamed in 2 weeks and my brain just doesn't work when it comes to words. Not exactly the ultimate goal, I guess, but just aiming to write better than fucking 4 time, or please don't say you are lazy. So, you know, I still enjoy it because it is still good. Of course, Your Lie in April as well, and most recently Bocchi the Rock. I think those are really relatively good shows that are. Oh fuck, there's one, and this one, yeah, Beck. I watched Beck when I was kind of older. I watched Beck when I was in university, and that shit hit, bro. I still listen to, what was it called? Full Moon Sways. Yeah. This is one of the best anime songs, I feel. If you ever get the chance to like listen to it, the Beck version, this version is nice as well, but I definitely prefer the this one. Ooh, there's Nana as well. But Nana, what was that song? Fuck, Nana. Olivia. A Little Pain. Yes. These are the. I can't play it, of course, like, cause I'm streaming on YouTube and I don't want to get copyrighted to shit. But if you guys can find the clips of these, like, just look it up. It is. For me, back when I was younger, I watched Nana when I was in secondary school, and this was just, damn, it hit. I freaking loved the song, loved the music. I watched Beck when I was in university, because I was just looking up, because I studied on audio engineering in university, and I was just trying to look up stuff that had something to do with music. And I just came across Beck, and it's just like life-changing shit, man. Especially this one though. This one was just top tier. So yeah, music. I might even move it up to S. I'll move it up to S. Yeah, shit. It's good. Put it above martial arts. Yeah. Mystery. What mystery anime have I watched recently? Mystery anime. Fuck. Erased? No. I don't like Erased. Mystery anime. Fuck, if only Scooby-Doo was an anime. Detective Conan, I guess. Grew up watching Detective Conan. Don't remember much of it, but if you count that, then I'll put it at B. I don't necessarily actually see. I don't necessarily care for it, but if it's there and if it's good, I'll watch it. Parody. Parody of what? They gotta be more specific. Are we in Weird Al territory? What is this? Are we SNL? Are we Scary Movie? What kind of parody are they talking about? If we're basing this on how Konosuba is like a parody of Isekai, then it is definitely top tier. But I don't really know their qualifications. If we're just basing this on Konosuba, I have it on A. Or B. Like top of B. Konosuba is great. But it is too broad of a term, of a scope for me to even gauge what they mean by parody. Like what is a good, let me look it up. What is a good parody anime? A Gintama? But these are just comedy though. Yeah, because Gintama references a lot of shonen stuff, right? One Punch Man is a parody. One Punch Man, I guess you can say it parodies shonen stuff, but with season 3 of One Punch Man, nah. Konosuba, yeah, so it's a parody of the isekai trope, of course. So okay, if we're saying like these count as okay, I'm putting it on. I think this fits. Police? What is a Psycho-Pass? The Psycho-Pass count as police? I don't know. What is a good what is a good police anime? Detective Conan again, of course. Psycho-Pass? Ghost in the Shell? Ghost in the what? I mean, cause she's a detective, right? So I don't. It's middle of the. No. I can't say it's middle of the line. I don't really care for it. If it exists, it exists. If it's good, I'm gonna watch it. If it's, I don't even know if there is a single anime that's besides Detective Conan that's wholly focused on police. I don't know. Psychological. Ooh, it's fucking Evangelion, bro. That's a really dependent on your mood kind of thing, though. It is in top of B. I wouldn't seek it out because I don't necessarily enjoy mental damage. But if y'all like it, y'all like it. It's not exactly. I would say anything that's in A and S, I would kinda have in my search terms or my search. I would tick the genre if I'm trying to search up a manhwa or an anime. Anything else is eh. B is if it exists. If I have these everything ticked and they have this tag as well, I don't mind it. But I wouldn't really go searching up for these tags. I wouldn't, on my own volition, on my own choice, pick these myself. Romance, I don't care for romance. As I mentioned before, when it comes to these two for me are linked. One is like older, one is younger. It is essentially the same thing. I have shifted through. I have sorted through so much trashy romance that I'm just get it down. Get it down. I don't even want to look at it, bro. So much harem and reverse harem that I just want to punch people every single time. Every single time. Okay, let me get some stuff out of the way, because I see some tags that I immediately just, that's a nope. Y'all like it, y'all like it. It ain't for me. What is a seinen? Seinen anime. I guess it's for older guys? Young adult male. So seinen is basically shonen. It's the same thing. Though maybe more. What is a good seinen anime? They count Berserk as seinen. They count Kill la Kill as seinen. Vinland Saga, Hellsing, Mushishi, Psychopaths. I don't know. These are all just. It don't make a no damn sense, okay? It don't make a no damn sense. So stuff that I would get out of the way. Sports. Unfortunately, I don't really care for sport anime. I did like Kuroko no Basket, but that's about the only sports anime. I heard Prince of Tennis was good. I heard Haikyuu was good. I remember the period of time where if you said Yuri on Ice sucked, and if you didn't watch it, you're gonna get cancelled on Twitter. Don't care for it. I grew up watching a bit of Slam Dunk, but I wouldn't say it. All I remember from Slam Dunk was their fat lips. Don't really remember much of the show. If you count boxing stuff, Hajime no Ippo, I can't remember much. Like these are stuff that's like way before my time, I guess. And if I watched it as a kid, I don't really remember much of it. Samurai, I don't look it up. I would rather look at martial arts than samurai most of the time. I don't think there's a lot of samurai focused anime besides stuff like Rurouni Kenshin, Samurai X, or if you count Inuyasha as samurai, I don't know if it counts. But for me, I would rather just look at martial arts any day of the week. What is it? Oh. Oh, it's Proi Proi. Okay. So, what else? Trying to look at stuff that... Yuri! I wouldn't look it up, but I don't mind it. Yeah. I mean, I'm not someone who looks at romance stuff, so it's like the same thing. I don't care. If it exists, it exists. I'm not gonna judge it. What is this? Nani kore? Dementia? Huh? Huh? What is dementia? Huh? What the fuck? I don't know what this is. Let me look at Garn real quick. He ranked it very.
What? Dementia.
let us start off with game.
No.
Game
no,
anime.
no, no.
Games or
No, 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 no.
games like something that it is meant to be video games. What the dimension? What? Why is this a genre? What?
What is dementia? Why is this a genre?
What is dementia anime? Brother, how many yes, my favorite genre of anime.
S rank. Imagine ranking dementia at S.
You know what, guys? Every time I see a dementia anime, I'm like, damn, this show about to pop off, man.
Every season,
Well,
top of the rankings. Dementia
the only
anime.
dementia anime I know of is fucking Golden Time, right? So it's,
Golden time.
so it's clearly S tier.
Oh my god. What is what the what is
Amnesia gone? I think amnesia. I think they mean amnesia. Bro,
what?
amnesia.
So English is hard, I guess. Even the Amnesia anime, I can't really think of fucking Erased again, but don't really care for that. Do people actually look up these genres? That's what I'm trying to think right now. Do people not dementia, like let's just say it is amnesia. Do people intentionally search up amnesia as a genre? I don't know. Maybe some of y'all do. I'm not gonna judge. Not for me. I'm good. You do you. You like that shit? You like that shit. What else? Shonen Ai? Nope. I think this is the same thing, right? Shoujo Ai is Yuri. Same thing, right? I guess. Cars? I do like Initial D. And that's about the only car anime I can think of. Akira? I do like Akira. Does that mean I like car anime? I don't care about it though. It is yeah. I can't say I care about it. Initial D and Akira is like the only two I can think of. What else is there? Space anime? You don't really see that a lot. Only thing I can think of is Cyberpunk, if it even counts as space, but Cyberpunk is more sci-fi. Space would be... What is a space anime? Shit. I can't think of anything. Trying to recall what is a good... I have Google. Why am I thinking? What is a good space anime? A Space Dandy. Cowboy Bebop counts as space. Yep. Knights of Sidonia. The thing is, whenever I think of space, I associate it with mecha, and I'm not a big fan of mecha, so I connect these two. So it's not exactly my thing. School. When I was younger, I guess I would have cared more, because a lot of animes are just based in school life. And okay, I enjoy playing Persona, I guess. That is also a school life kind of situation, but I wouldn't say I intentionally seek it out. I like playing Persona because it's Persona. If Persona is literally based in any other situation, any other settings, I would also play it. Kind of like Metaphor, it's the same thing. I don't really care for it. If it exists, it exists. Sci-fi, it's a B. What is a really good sci-fi anime? One Punch Man is exclusively? What kind of shit what the hell? Parasites? I guess, yeah, the aliens. Cyberpunk, of course. Trying to look at the list they're providing, but it's like, what the hell even is all this? Evangelion, I guess. Tiger and Bunny sci-fi? Yeah, Tiger and Bunny sci-fi. I like a lot of superhero stuff, but they don't really do much. I mean, superpower. It is my anime of the year this year is To Be Hero X. I'm a little bit biased because I'm a huge comic book nerd, and anything superpower related kind of just draws my attention right away. Although I would say anime, they don't typically do it super well. If you are a My Hero fan, sure. I'm not super big on My Hero Academia. Then again, superpower, you can count that as most animes that have characters that have abilities. So this not necessarily just a comic book superhero kind of deal. I like it though. I think it's on S. It's not necessarily something I would search up because it is just like, I would look these up, and if this is there, sure. If it's not there, then I guess I'll move it down. I watched To Be Hero X because the animation kind of reminds me of Arcane, and at the same time, I just wanted to give it a shot because I liked Link Click from the same director. I watched episode 1 and I'm just like, sign me up, bro. And within a couple of days, I finished the whole thing. To me, it was that good. I have seen people say it's confusing. Just watch. You're not supposed to know everything in the first half of the show. Stuff is gonna be confusing. Just watch the whole thing. It's gonna be explained. But if you don't like it, it's your deal. I like it. Adventure S. I wish there was more Josei Shoujo and adventure kinda manhwa, but just not a lot of it exists. It exists. A lot of it gets discontinued or goes on hiatus and never returns. And some of it sucks. The ones that are good, it's like you'll be digging through 50 manhwas and you'll find maybe one that's decent that is not cancelled. So that's like my ultimate combo, Josei Shoujo and adventure with a little bit of action. If I could find something like that that's good, I will be happy. Slice of life, it is I wouldn't typically search it up, because if I wanted slice of life shit, I would go live my life. I guess. So slice of life stuff. Shit. If you count I do like Chihaya Furu. If you count that as slice of life. If I do like, fuck, do you count Food Wars as slice of life? Because it is literally a slice of life. I don't know. I like Nichijou is one of my favorites. I like Daily Lives of High School Boys because that's funny as shit. That's a show that almost made me choke on my food in secondary school. So it's good. If it's there, I don't mind it. But not actually something I would intentionally search up. Supernatural. I think it's the same thing. I wouldn't just go looking it up. If it exists, it is typically another subgenre of what I would be looking for if I'm just searching these up. Dan Da Dan, really fucking good. Probably the only one I can think of right now. What is a good supernatural anime? Tokyo Ghoul is, I guess. Devilman Crybaby. Jujutsu Kaisen. Dan Da Dan, of course. Black Butler. Mob Psycho. Ooh, Mob Psycho. I guess. Pretty good. Death Note, yeah, Death Note. Shit, then I would. High B. I still wouldn't search it up as its own genre, but if it exists alongside some of these that I search for, then of course I would. If the synopsis is good, I would read anything, bro. Thriller. What's a good thriller anime? Made in Abyss. Gantz. I'm gonna be real. I've never seen Gantz. And the only way I have come across Gantz is one specific character, and it is typically not in a situation that should be cleared for anyone who's below 18 years of age. Detective Conan is thriller? Yeah, sure. Promised Neverland is thriller. Steins Gate is thriller. I wouldn't say those are thrillers though. I'll put it on this. I don't mind it. It's not something I'd search up. Vampire, I'll put it here. I have a guilty pleasure kinda manhwa that I used to love. Even though a lot of people say it's shit, and yeah, I do recognize that it is shit, especially with the ending. What the actual fuck? I used to read Vampire Knights when I was in secondary school. Cause I thought Yuki Cross was cute. And for a little while there, she was like my anime crush. But as I progressed through the manga, I just kinda don't even know what the fuck was happening anymore. Especially the ending. I vaguely remember the ending. My spoiler alert, I guess. She sacrifices herself. Zero is dead. Only Kanade is alive. And there's apparently a sequel as well, where who did she? I don't remember who she had kids with. Maybe both. Maybe she played the reverse harem. I mean that shows a reverse harem thing anyway. But maybe she had kids with both. I don't remember. But there is a sequel where her kids are just kind of walking around with Kanade. Was it Kanade? Vampire Knights? Kaname. Okay. Yeah. For one of the hottest debates during that phase of anime, like the not early 2000s, but like around 2010s, late 2000s, early 2010s, was whether or not you're a Team Zero or Team Kaname. It's so split, and I don't know. I think are Yuki Cross and Kaname related? Yes, Yuki Cross and Kaname are related, though not in a way they initially appear. While raised as siblings, Kaname is actually her ancestor and the founder of the Kuran family. Sweet home Alabama. Isekai. Isekai is one of the genres that made me quit watching anime for the longest time. I spent, I think, a 9-year drought of not watching anime because there's been so much trashy shit, and me being burnt out as well. Of course, that added fuel to the fire, I guess. Isekai had a lot to do with it because there's just so much. Isekai is one of them. Another trope would be the betrayal trope. When dude is betrayed by his S rank party and it turns out he's the strongest of the team, stuff like that. Or just stuff like that, right? I don't remember. I got kicked out of the S rank party, blah 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 blah. This not really I'll put it as C. Higher than most of these though. I don't really care for most of these, I'm gonna be honest. Isekai, I like Konosuba. That's about the only isekai I can think of that I liked. Yeah. What other isekai? His anime, I guess, if you count that as isekai, Ban. It was pretty good. It's a pretty short 18-minute anime flick that you can watch on the channel. It's free. Comedy is a C. It's a B. I don't look it up. If it's there, it's there. Usually, yeah. If it's there, it's there. If it's a josei shoujo action comedy adventure, that would probably be my alternate mix of genres, I guess. But that rarely ever happens though. I don't mind if it has comedic elements, but I don't really necessarily enjoy pure comedy unless I'm really in the mood for it. Stuff like Nichijou, stuff like Daily Lives of High School Boys, Konosuba. If I'm in the mood or if I'm just looking for something different and you having a laugh. If I'm in the mood, then you're having a giggle, mate. You're having a giggle. So if I'm in the mood for that, then yeah. But it's not something I would typically search up. Demons, same thing. Yeah, kind of same thing. Not exactly, cause let's be real. Let me not get copyrighted, cause this song for whatever reason, this song kinda gets copyrighted in some. Spoopafu, please load. But yeah, demons. When you think of demons, you typically think of a scantily clad fan service kind of deal. It is not necessarily, unless it's like a level 99 demon lord like that 2070s. What was this freaking show again? Demon Lord, if you're Overlord, I guess. Ooh, part-time. The part-time one was pretty good as well, though. The Wagdonalds. That's the only thing I remember from that show. I don't remember the name of it. Devilman Crybaby was pretty good. Overlord. I don't really follow it that much though. The slime thing, if you count that as a demon lord. Kimetsu no Yaiba, of course. But I don't necessarily search it up because I don't really associate it as like they're kind of just, it exists. But if it's actual demons, like if I'm thinking of demons, I'm just thinking of like really servicey kind of deal. I don't really necessarily associate demons with like Blue Exorcist. If I think Blue Exorcist, I think shonen action. That's pretty much it. But yeah. Drama. I have enough drama in my life, bro. Don't care for it. Drama. I think these are just the it's what I'm talking about when I say Josei and Shoujo. Okay, here's the thing about Josei and Shoujo. There is a lot of drama. Typically a lot of drama involving romance. And when it comes to the romance, right, you kind of gotta think from the perspective of teenage girls who are reading these kinds of manhwas or watching these kinds of animes. Because let's be real, most of the people reading and watching these shows are all probably half my age, with the mental development of people who are half my age, of course. So they look at Josei stuff, they look at shoujo stuff. They're likely gonna be searching up romance as well. They're gonna be into the reverse harem kind of deal, where there's a multitude of male MCs, male leads to choose from. And for whatever reason, just shifting through so much Josei and shoujo stuff just to find the real good shit, I have come across almost consistently 3 things that I can think of off the top of my head that happens almost in every single one of these Josei and shoujo picks. The first one being the male lead, especially the one that the female MC chooses, is super fucking possessive, super jealous, super needy, super clingy, gives off weird vibes, but it is what it is. That's number 1. The second part, there is always gotta be misunderstanding, lack of communication. It always fucking happens in every single one of these. It sucks. I am sick of that trope. Just communicate. Just say shit. Every single problem, big climax problem in this show is almost always boiled down to communication errors. Oh, I can handle this myself. I don't need to say anything. Then the dude is like, I don't want to trouble her. Like she's got a lot of problems already. I can handle my own shit. I absolutely hate it. Miscommunication. And the third one is, if the male leads do not look as good as they do, they are gonna get a restraining order filed against them within the first 10 minutes of their appearance. The only reason they're getting away with it is because they look good. And a lot of girls are just gonna be like, he can stalk me any day. He can be possessive over me any day. Just read the comment section of any Josei or shoujo manhwas and tell me that's not wrong. Tell me the female readers don't thirst over the guys regardless of how they behave, how toxic the relationship is, or how possessive or how jealous the male leads get. Tell me that doesn't happen in almost every Josei shoujo manhwa that involves romance or a reverse harem. Tell me that don't happen. Ecchi is if it's there, it's there. I associate these two so closely, but if it's there, it's there. I don't really care for it. I won't really go out of my way to look up. Like, if I want to look at fucking hentai, I'm gonna look at fucking hentai, okay? I don't care for fan servicey kind of deals. Maybe when I was younger, when the hormones were flaring, I guess stuff like that. I remember in school, secondary school, one of the first manhwas that I was exposed to was because one dude kept bringing to love Rue to school. And if y'all know what that show, if y'all know what that manga is, there's a lot of just titties in the in the panels, a lot of ass shots, a lot of titties. You know, dude just brought like a whole set of it to school, and he kept it from the teachers, of course. Like if it was discovered, then it would be confiscated almost immediately. Not even just by the teachers, by the prefects, by the monitors, and all that. Oh. Yeah, my voice is still fucked. I'm kind of easing my way back into streaming. Probably play games tomorrow. But in short bursts though, cause like I don't want to ruin my voice immediately. I spent the whole week, 2 weeks almost, like not speaking to anyone, but I lost my voice for an entire week. It is like 80% of the way back, but I'm still out of breath all the time because I got like the flu and everything. Sinus infection as well, which I forgot to mention. But yeah, sinus infection, the flu. It wasn't COVID. Surprisingly, like all the symptoms kind of led me to think that it was COVID, but it just wasn't. Fuck it then. Last one. Fantasy. It is gonna be S. I freaking love fantasy. But fantasy is such a broad term. Freaking anything can be fantasy. Anything that is not slice of life, even slice of life stuff can be fantasy. Like I remember Spice and Wolf comes to my head. But fantasy, probably high, like very. I'm gonna put hentai as number 1, bro. That's not good. But yeah, fantasy and adventure. I love these two genres. You just can't really find more of it. Fantasy, adventure, josei shoujo, a little bit of action. Everything else is come and go. If it's there, it's there. If it's not there, I don't really care for it. But my ultimate combination of searches when I look up for manhwas and animes would be fantasy, adventure, josei or shoujo. These are linked anyway. It's really hard to tell the difference, especially since most of them have like the same tags anyway. A little bit of action. I wouldn't necessarily search for magic because like this is already a limited selection, so I'll just look for these. And anything else, if it's there, it's there. But this is pretty much what I think of it. My tier list for anime and manhwa genres. Why is hentai S tier? Because hentai is S tier, bro. Why is yaoi D tier while Yuri is? Because I'm a dude. I am a heterosexual male, and I do not enjoy BL. Why is Yuri C? C is something I wouldn't look up. If it's there, it's there. I don't necessarily look up Yuri stuff because I'm not really super interested. When I look up my manhwa searches and my anime searches, I don't lesbian porn. I don't care for it. If it's there, it's there. These are just stuff that I don't care for in terms of C and D. C, I would say there's parts. There's animes in these genres that I maybe like, but for the most part I don't really care for any of them. S and A, stuff that I would search for almost every single time that I'm searching for a manhwa or an anime to watch. S and A is like on my tick list, like my checklist. And B, if it's there, it's there. I don't really, yeah. These are stuff I would literally just omit if I can. Game is game. Game is. I don't know what this, like the scope of this is. I associate game anime with stuff like No Game No Life, stuff like Dot Hack, stuff like SAO. Don't really care for it. I'ma be real. I don't like SAO. A lot of my friends love No Game No Life. I don't really care for it as well. But Tomb, same thing. Or you can even say it's like the Squid Game type survival games shit, which I also don't really care for. So yeah, this is just my tier list, I guess. So you would search for hentai manhwa? If you're in the mood for hentai, you're in the mood for hentai, right? It's just shit that normal porn cannot provide you. But I don't necessarily search for it when I want to watch or read manhwa. But hentai is fucking hentai, dude. It's not... when you're feeling like watching porn, you're feeling like watching porn. So, you know, it's just a different version of it. I'm not gonna fucking lie and say I don't watch porn, bro. I'm a dude. Shameless. I don't feel anything. This is just the truth. You want me to lie on the internet? Nah, I don't care for it. But yeah, Josei and Shoujo, like, man, if only these are more consistent. I still really love looking up good shoujo and josei manhwas, but for the most part is very trashy. But the good ones are so good. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. Not much else. Would I change anything? No. Yeah, I'm good with this. Bro is too honest for his own good. I don't care what people think of me, dude. For the most part on the internet, why would I give a shit? I'm likely never gonna meet anyone who watches me. So why would I lie? It's like when I'm playing games and I'm stuck on a puzzle and I have to Google for a solution. Why would I lie about Googling for a solution? Because I don't give a shit whether people think I'm smart or not. I just do it. So yeah. Anime of the year. Anime of the year is definitely To Be Hero X. I cannot really think of... Let me see. Is the what is the Is the Crunchyroll Awards coming anytime soon? Oh, it's April, so it's not. Oh, okay, so let me 2025 year nominees. Well, I guess people are gonna look for 2026, right? It's not necessarily 2025. As this one's in April. Potential. I did hear the Chainsaw Man movie was really good. I haven't watched it though. I don't know. Let's know this Ecchi is C tier. Yeah. I mean, it's something that if it's there, it's there. I don't really care for it again. I know shoujo is female MC, but what is josei? Shoujo and josei are pretty much the same thing. Shoujo is like for teenage girls, josei is like for adult girls. But this is linked. When you find one in the tag, you're gonna likely find the other. It's the same thing as shonen and seinen. It's like this is for young dudes and this is for older dudes, but it's pretty much the same thing. Although there's more of a difference in this though. Shonen, you think stuff like Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece, whereas seinen you're gonna be like Berserk, Villain Saga, more adult themed stuff. But in terms of josei and shoujo, I think it's mostly the same shit. It is I'm the lost daughter of a duke, or I reincarnated as my favorite character in the novel I read before a truckun isekai'd my ass. Stuff like that. Or a villain as blah 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 blah. Which, like, those three tropes, I do not like. When I think of josei and shoujo stuff, one of the best... Let me look it up. They count this as a webtoon, but it is also a manhwa. This is one of the best ones that I've read. They call it shonen. It's not fucking shonen, bro. It's either shoujo or... I don't think it's josei. You can count it as josei. Who fucking cares? It's shoujo or josei. Then it has action, has adventure, has romance, has vampires, whatever the fuck. Which, you know, if it's there, it's there. I don't really care for much of it besides... Like, I'll repeat it again. My ultimate group of checklist when it comes to searching up manhwas and stuff, it's gonna be josei shoujo, either or, because some of them don't have... Some of them only include one or the other, so I'll separate it. But josei shoujo, fantasy adventure, and action. Anything else, if it is included, it is included. I don't search for it because this is already a small market as it is. And it already sucks enough to have to sort through everything to get to the good shit. Isn't the MC female? Yep, it is. Pretty much, that's what I'm thinking when I think josei and shoujo. It's a female MC, so it offers a different perspective than the regular shonen deal, you know. So this one's pretty good. I don't remember what else. I'm trying to think, but my brain is blank because I'm still really sick. Let me a lot of it is freaking romance related though, which is... I don't mind romance related shit, but I don't want it to be the focal point. A lot of it is villainess. Who made me a princess? I mean, Apothecary Diaries. Apothecary Diaries is really fucking good. If Solo Leveling won Anime of the Year again, I'm going to crash out. Is it gonna win? Didn't it already won in this year? Unless there's a... When did season 2 come out? Uh, 2025 Solo Leveling, blah blah blah. Nominees have yet to be decided, but these shows have a chance of not only get nominated but to win the title. Sakamoto Days. I didn't watch this, so I don't know. Sadly, the anime adaptation compared to the other series of 2025 was underwhelming. But if it's underwhelming, why is it nominated? Solo Leveling Season 2. I'm looking at the other nominees. Dan Da Dan Season 2. Season 1 was nominated alongside Solo Leveling and it didn't win. Apothecary Diary Season 2, same shit. Takopi ain't gonna win. This might have a chance. I don't like it, but I think it's gonna have the biggest chance against Solo Leveling. Lord of the Flies, Lord of the Mysteries, I don't think it's gonna win. I want... Why is 2B Hero X not nominated? Fuck Solo Leveling. Fuck My Hero. Give me 2B Hero X for next year's Anime Awards. Let that show win. That's all I have to say about it. But yeah, that's my my tier list, I guess. That's it for this. My hero is peak and should win. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. You're speaking to the wrong guy, man. I have no love for My Hero. I'm gonna be real. You can like it. It's your deal. But have you seen 2B Hero X? Can I interest you in 2B Hero X? You want peak? That's peak. My Hero... It is what it is. Damn, it took me 2 hours to get this tier list done. What the hell? Oh yeah, fucking... Like what? I've been gone for 2 weeks, right? I've been sick for pretty much the whole 2 weeks. Lost my voice for a week. Voice is still not fully back. It's like 80%. What has been going on in the live streaming space? Like, I used to use live stream fails a lot for like just catching up in terms of streaming shit, right? Just streaming news, streamers, like what streamers are up to and everything. But I know it's hasn't been a good source of streamer content for a long while because they've just been using the same people. They've just been posting the same people over and over. But recently it is just gone to a whole nother level of bad. It is escalated to the point where everything anyone talks about is politics, but it's not only politics. I can ignore the politics. Like some of these guys are insane, but it's just criminal shit now. People getting involved in crashing their cars. I've seen a couple of clips where people crash their cars. I've seen shoplifting. Literally people committing crimes, and for whatever reason, even though it's filmed and documented and the VODs are there, they don't get in trouble. All they're getting is like a small kick to the ass where they get banned for a couple of days, I guess, from Twitch. Like, what? Why? They're committing crimes. And what? The worst thing they'll do is what? They get banned off Twitch? Is that it? Fucking sucks. And it's not even Kick streamers, like Twitch streamers are doing the same thing. And so what? Once you get banned off Twitch, you're gonna move to Kick, I guess. It's not like it's a massive punishment. I just don't know why people are committing crimes and being able to get away with it without much of an issue. It's crazy shit. Kick streamers, of course, Kick streamers are just known for these kinds of things, right? When you see someone streaming on Kick, you would half expect them to commit crimes. I think the only people who would voluntarily stream on Kick are people who got poached early on when Kick was launched and they tried to gamble and everything. The only people who would exclusively stream on Kick are those people. Otherwise, the only people who would stream exclusively on Kick are people who get banned off Twitch. Perma-banned, I guess. You have no other platforms to go to, so you might as well use Kick. I heard about it. Would watch it later. It is very good. It is extremely good. I saw you didn't post or live for 12 days straight. Yeah. I got... Here's the timeline of events. It started off with a migraine that took me out for a couple of days. Once the migraine was over, the weather got pretty fucking bad. There were floods everywhere, I think across Southeast Asia. Rain was just pouring down non-stop. There was like tropical storms and hurricanes and everything. So that gave me a nice flu for a few days. Once the flu recovered, I immediately got a sinus infection that also took out my voice. So a full week without my voice, and my voice just kind of came back. It's 80% right now. So, you know, fun times. Really fun times. But yeah, well, streaming space is just being... I don't fucking know, man. These people are just... I feel like the more popular you get, the more you put yourself in an echo chamber where people just repeatedly agree with you or support what you say regardless of how crazy it is. People just enabling you constantly just makes you... It turns you crazy. I don't know why. It just is. And for these people, I guess it just happens. You get a little bit of fame, a little bit of notoriety, and that's just what happens. As for the people who are committing crimes and streaming themselves doing it, I do not understand. At all. It's like everyone's trying to emulate the whole Logan Paul situation back when he went to Japan. And people look at guys like Johnny Somali, who did everything for not even a few hundred viewers. He's got arrested in Korea, got sent to jail. Now he's like, I don't know how many years he's awaiting, but people, for whatever reason, they look at that guy and they think, that's the content. So I don't really know what the fuck is up anymore. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even really watch most of those streamers. When I watch streams, it's basically usually for games. And gaming streamers, unless they're Minecrafters, Minecraft YouTubers, you know, the purge that happened back then, they don't get up to shit. They don't do shit like that. Because most people just want to play games. The reason why I don't stream other than I'm lazy? I mean, having one viewer is a lot different than having 40,000 people saying they agree with you, right? That shit gets to your head. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. These just don't make sense. It don't make sense to me. I could do Spotify recap, but I need to. I don't know how friendly it is for Instagram when it comes to copyrighted shit. When it comes to, I could just switch VODs, right? I could switch. This, then I will do. Okay, I gotta change some shit real fast. Shit, how do I do this again? I haven't touched OBS in 2 weeks and I forgot how everything works. Audio source. Application audio capture, yes, very nice. This is this thing. This thing is this thing. Media player. This is gonna be a one-time deal anyway, so I don't need to give a shit. Window, media player, media player. I can't really let you guys see OBS because it's gonna be like cameras on cameras and cameras. This is gonna be an endless abyss of cameras. So itu advanced audio properties. This would be track. Okay. Okay, so this is my Spotify recap, I guess. But I'm gonna be real, when it comes to Spotify, I don't use it that much. And the reason I have so many hours on Spotify is because I tend to just leave it auto-playing. And I have it on mute for whatever reason. So these numbers are really inflated. It is what it is. Nothing much I can do. But make sure everything's alright. Volume might be too loud. I'll try to make it not as loud. But yeah, this is my Spotify recap, I guess. This is a fake, bro. That ain't real. So wait, how many? 54 days is... No. I use YouTube a lot more for my music. Spotify, I have the web browser. If I'm using Spotify, it typically means I'm outside. And yeah, but even then, Spotify kind of sucks because until recently, they don't let you skip or they don't let you pick the songs that you want to play. It's only a recent thing that they let people start doing that. I'm gonna say though, there's gonna be a lot of Sleep Token. There's gonna be a lot of 21 Pilots. Because those are the two albums that I binged the most. 129 genres, not that much. Your top genres: metal, J-pop, emo, soundtrack, mandopop. I can literally associate a band with like each of these genres. Mandopop is an assortment of artists. Like it's just Mandarin pop. So a lot of... It'll be mostly Xue Zhiqian, like Joker. That's like my favorite Chinese singer right now. And it's been that way for the past few years. Soundtrack is video game soundtracks, of course. Emo, if they count 21 Pilots as emo, I guess, sure, whatever. J-pop is gonna be One OK Rock. Metal is gonna be Sleep Token. What the fuck? I'm half the... Oh my god. This is half my age, bro. Literally half my age. I am a pubescent teenage girl. You listen to, that's fake. Yeah, this one, I thought I spammed the shit out of the contract, but it apparently is caramel. Sure. Sleep Token. Of course. Your top songs. Yeah, it's a lot of Sleep Token. 3 Sleep Tokens, 121 Pilots, and I'm surprised House of Protection made it. Really good song though. The Mockleys is also fucking amazing. Your top songs, I made a playlist. 57 albums this year. Of course. Yeah. I don't think this is a surprise. This is a surprise to anyone who knows me. All these picks. John Bellion, I'm surprised made it. I did listen to a lot of John Bellion though. His first new album in 6 years, I think. But the rest of these, what the fuck? Why old album here? Whatever, bro. 419 artists. House of Protection, Sleep Token, John Bellion, 21 Pilots, and Wanna Kid Rock. Yeah, of course. It's the same shit. So that's the same thing. What is this? Most nostalgic day. That's me. The day you let Mandarin Pop, Joker. Yeah, it's just not much. Yeah, these are just not much. So basically, I listen to YouTube a lot more than I do Spotify, and I have 2 accounts on YouTube. One is this account that I'm currently streaming on. I don't typically use this to watch videos because I don't know why. I use my other account to watch videos a lot more, and I have 2 recaps when it comes to music. So you're gonna see a lot of the same artists, of course, like 21 Pilots, Rain City Drive. I'm surprised. A lot of Chinese songs. House of Protection, Bad Omens. Some like live concert footage stuff. Electric Callboy, NF, The Plot in You, Deftones, Dayseeker, Architects. So a lot of different things. A lot of Chinese artists as well, of course. Emo, yeah. I mean, they kind of associate 21 Pilots with emo. I don't know why, but I guess, sure, whatever. They are kind of emo. Kinda. Not necessarily emo like My Chemical Romance. Although they did do a cover of a My Chemical Romance song, so I guess that checks out. Joji, listen to a lot of Joji. Yeah, this is just the Chinese songs with Kendrick Lamar for. Oh, I remember why. Cause I watched the Super Bowl performance and I was just like mustard, and then I just kept playing this song. Some anime stuff, Reawaker, Soul Leveling. A random Backstreet Boys song, Feels Good Man. John Mayer, Invent Animate, I Prevail, Fujikaze. Yeah, Chinese songs, a lot of Chinese songs. My other, I think this is the more accurate one. Yeah, this is the account that I use for browsing, like watching YouTube a lot more, so. Chinese, Joji, President, Hiroyuki Sawano. I think this one is because I was editing the Expedition 33 videos and I had this on repeat for quite a while. Yeah. A lot more. The stuff on my YouTube, of course, is a lot more variety. compared to my Spotify. But YouTube recaps also kind of sucks a lot more though. The way they presented the YouTube recap, kind of sucky, not gonna lie. You even have to just, for music, you have to download the YouTube Music app, which I don't use. But you just download it and there's gonna be a recap. You can't even look at it from the PC, which is strange. But yeah, that's my recap, I guess. Feels good, man. Didn't get copyrighted. I can change back to blah. That's pretty much it though. Do I have anything else to say? Not really. I've just been playing a lot of this. almost 50 hours of Where Winds Meet. It's pretty fun. Kinda does trigger my motion sickness though. Parts of it. What is a... I've seen a lot of people say it's a wuxia game. What's a wuxia game? Wuxia is basically martial arts and hero. Like Wu is Wukong, or pretty much just Kung Fu or martial arts, and Xia means hero. So anything that relates to martial arts and hero, which like you're the main character, so it's gonna be, yeah. The other genre, like besides wuxia, you're gonna get cultivation, I guess. Like these are the two biggest ones. So cultivation, there's a system behind it. There's a progression system almost, where you do certain things to level up and you gotta break through. And breaking through means defying the heavens. Cultivation in essence means becoming immortal. In Chinese it means 修仙 or 成仙, which means become immortal. So there's like, my friend literally told me that Journey to the West, Sun Wukong, for most of you who don't know, Monkey King, is a cultivation story. And I was like, what the fuck? I thought because Sun Wukong was OP from the beginning, like he's the Monkey King, bro. He's OP as hell. And because I thought he was OP from the beginning, I thought it was just like a wuxia kind of thing. But he said it's cultivation because Sun Wukong is a demon, and what demons really want to do is become immortal, and demons are like the lowest tier that you can be before you like proceed on the journey to cultivate and become immortal. I don't know. That's what he told me. So yeah, I think that's for now, that's it, I guess. I'm gonna play more games. I'm gonna play games tomorrow. I think I need to give my voice a rest, because otherwise I'm gonna... I am afraid of losing my voice again. That's that's the shitty part of this. But I gotta pace myself. I want to finish Metaphor, hopefully before the Game Awards, because oh my god, Game Awards is gonna be next week. Game Awards is on the 11th. Technically the 12th. For us, it's gonna be on the 12th, and it's gonna be 6 a.m. ish. And I want to stream that, so I'm gonna be streaming that. Hopefully I can finish Metaphor before then. And originally my plan was gonna be, I wanted to stream Final Fantasy 1 to 5. That was my plan before I got sick, and I couldn't finish Metaphor before then. But I'll try to finish Metaphor, and hopefully it'll be before the Game Awards. I'll start tomorrow. I don't know how long I'm gonna make the streams because I'm still really sick and I'm still recovering, but I'll try to get back into the hang of things. Just ease my way back into it. I'm really scatterbrained today, as you guys can tell. I just, like, I couldn't speak properly. I couldn't even translate my thoughts. It sucks. Gotta learn how to speak all over again when I stream. Just 2 weeks. Don't know how to stream anymore. Freaking only thing I can do is press the go live button, and even then I'm hesitating. But yeah. It's gonna be, Game Awards is gonna be next week. So I'm gonna try to stream Metaphor tomorrow. Leading up to the Game Awards, I think I'll try to just cut clips of me playing some of the TGA nominated stuff that I didn't do before. Because I think my mistakes with doing those shorts being long form shorts, I just should not have done that. So I'll try to cut some shorts and shit. And I'll try to post it regularly again, maybe starting tonight or starting tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna take it easy and chill. And stream Metaphor starting tomorrow. First day back. It is a little bit rough, but it is what it is. First Instagram stream as well. Try to get that to work early, but did not work. Camera looks kinda blurry. Kinda a little bit blurry, but it's fine. It is whatever. I'm just gonna go. Thank you guys for watching. Hope y'all have a wonderful day and you have a lot of games. It is very easy to have a lot of games. Just get yourself a friend that would add you in their Steam family. And you just share a lot of games. Like my friend just buys a fuck ton of games. He just has a metric fuck ton of games. So anything that I want to play, I just have to like freaking search the name and he probably has it. But it has to be stuff that he likes, so I can like for the longest time I wanted to play Final Fantasy Tactics and it just released. He's not really a fan of Final Fantasy. It is what it is. So the only stuff that I can play is stuff that he likes, which is fine. I mean, it's a lot of fucking games, so it's not exactly like I'm lacking content, you know? So just get yourself a friend that is willing to spend a fuck ton of money on Steam games that can add you to their Steam family so you can play all of these games, you know? Easy problem, easy solution. But yeah, I'm gonna go chill. I can feel this flu really fucked me up, dude. I just like my throat got fucked up. I'm still having a lot of like breathing problems. Shit sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I will see you guys when I see you probably tomorrow for a more Metaphor. And I will try to finish the game before the Game Awards. And we shall see what happens next. Yeah, peace. I'm out. Thank you guys for watching.